Yay, Bailey and Christine are here. Okay, like 1 more minute and then we'll get going. Say bye though, because I gotta be teaching. Okay. Got my Facebookers. Travi Poo is down there watching. And, ooh, Christina and Keisha just hopped on, and Katie. Yay! Thank you guys so much for joining. Okay. Everyone's muted, except for me. If you want to pin me to your main screen, go for it. And then I'm just gonna, even though my in-person class is 75 minutes, this is gonna be 1 hour because I feel like 75 minutes is a long time to be in front of the computer screen doing yoga. So 1 hour. All right. You guys are the best. Thank you for joining. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So you can keep your screen on if you want to. Sometimes that helps me have a little more accountability when I'm in my own home. Otherwise, I'm just like doing whatever I want. But if you want to turn your computer screen off so you can do whatever you want, totally fine with me. Let's get started in a comfortable seated position. So I'm kneeling. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit up on a block, blanket, bolster, whatever you want. And just take a moment as you settle in to stretch your body a little bit. So reach your arms up maybe, roll your head around, roll your shoulders around, stretch your arms out wide. And then eventually just find stillness. And I'll face you guys. So sitting up nice and tall with your eyes closed. Take a moment to just feel into your own space. So wherever you are at in your own home or maybe somewhere else this morning, just feel whatever there is going on in this moment, right here, right now. So feel the ground underneath you, the air around you, its temperature, its texture. Maybe it has a smell. And then start to notice sounds. So sounds that are close to you. The sound of my voice is obviously there. And then maybe white noise or background noise. Start to notice sounds within yourself. So the sound of your breath. As you bring more awareness to your breath and start to notice it, also notice how your body feels on the inside. So physically, how your body feels, and also energetically, emotionally, what's present for you this morning. And next time you breathe in, just very intentionally fill up as big as you can. And then when you think you're full, see if you can even sip in a little bit extra. And when you're ready, just big open mouth sigh, let it go. Do that twice more. So inhale, fill up. Take a moment to pause. Feel this breath, this prana, this life force inside of you. And as you're ready, big sigh, release, let it go. Last one. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning. Fill up with this breath, with this prana. Let it move through all the little tiny spaces. Take up more space with your body energetically. And then when you're ready, just sigh it out, let it go. All right, come forward to hands and knees. And as you start to move through your cat-cows, also begin to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. So inhale to lift the crown of your head, lift your tailbone, arch through your spine. And exhale to round and curl in. So chin to chest, belly button draws in and up, and really push the ground away. So start with these two movements back and forth as you cultivate your Ujjayi. So very strong, powerful, diaphragmatic breath. And then if you would like to, make sure you've got your breath going. You can start to move around on your own. So start to get a little more intuitive, a little more creative, a little more instinctual. So not just moving the same way you move every single time that you come to your cat-cows on your hands and knees, but maybe exploring in a different way than usual. Sometimes I experiment when I'm at my own home. I'm like, how would it feel to move in a really, really ugly way? I know that sounds weird, but for some reason we feel so strange moving in a way that doesn't feel like somebody could watch us move that way. So how would it feel to move in an ugly way, to move in a heavy way, to move in a, I don't know, sexual way? So you can get super creative. Just experiment what it's like moving in your own body and kind of embodying these different energies within yourself. Just throwing that out there. And then when you are ready, downward facing dog is where we'll eventually end up. So in your next few breaths, let's meet back in down dog. And then once you're back in your down dog, friends, give yourself a few breaths there. So those big, spacious, diaphragmatic breaths that come all the way down from your diaphragm, they're pulsating through you, they're circulating through you. You feel the expansion and contraction. And then use your breath to feel into your down dog. So see if you can feel into those spaces that feel really tight. And then use your breath to kind of soften around them. Maybe you bring a bigger bend into your knees than usual today. Might feel really nice to just shift your weight from side to side, pedal out your heels, shake your head yes or no. But don't forget about your breath. So your breath is still there, big, spacious, powerful, strong. Feel into your down dog and see if there's any way you can adjust to get more out of it, to be more skillful in your body. So maybe you take your fingers, or excuse me, your hands out a little bit wider than usual and just see how that feels. Really press down into thumbs and index, rotate your shoulders out away from your ears, and lift from your center. So feel that lift that comes right from your belly button. Take one more great big inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, look to the top of your yoga mat, and however you want to get there, just do it mindfully, forward fold. So once you've arrived in your forward fold, come to a halfway lift position. We're going to pause in our halfway lift today. So stick your butt out behind you, reach the top of your head forward, back of your neck is long. If you need to bend your knees, and then focus on drawing your belly button in and up, and at the same time lifting your sit bones a little bit higher as you press back through the tops of your thighs. Now shoulder blades hug your spine, back muscles strong. Take one more inhale. Lots and lots of length. Exhale, release, let it go. Do that again, halfway lift. So just the one inhalation. How much length can you create? And exhale, let it go. Bow in. Once more, inhale, halfway lift. It's like you're looking over the edge of a diving board. And exhale, fold. All right, come to your halfway lift and keep rising all the way up. So leading with your heart. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. Pause here for just a moment. Close your eyes. Stand with your hands at your heart or down by your sides. And if there is an intention, a personal intention that you want to bring into your own practice today, give yourself just a moment to tune into that, to focus in, to embody whatever resonates for you. And if there's nothing in particular for you today, just be open. Openness is your intention. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Focus on your intention and imagine you can breathe it into all the little spaces inside of you. And then when you're ready, open mouth sigh, send it out. Let go of how it shows up. Inhale, Ujjayi Breath, arms to the sky. Slow swan dive as you exhale, take it all the way down, forward fold. Breathe in to your halfway lift position. So tons of length. Again, you're gazing over the edge of a diving board. Exhale, fold, bow, let it go. Now from the press of your feet, take it all the way back up. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And hands to your heart center. Exhale. One more round like that. So much awareness in these basic postures. Inhale, reach up. Slow swan dive. So hinge at your hips. Weight is forward in your feet as you take it down. Forward fold. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana, nice and long through your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and bow. Press into your feet, lead with your heart, back to stand. Inhale, stretch your arms up, gaze up, open through the front of your hips. Hands to your heart center, exhale. All right, friends, inhale, take your arms up. And then as you exhale, chair plane pose. So bend your knees, swing your arms back, keep a little lift in your heart. So what I see people do sometimes when I say chair plane is they round their spine and look down at the ground and their arms go up. So think of your heart lifted. Sorry for the barks, Ruby hardly ever barks. Heart lifted, back muscles squeeze your spine. It's like you're doing a little baby cobra in your chest. Your butt sticking out behind you, and then draw navel in and up. Stay here if you want a balance challenge, see if you can float up to your tiptoes, so heels lift high. Once your heels lift, you can bend your knees even more. Take one more round of breath. As you inhale, set your heels on the ground, rise up and open up. So arcing Tadasana, cactus your arms, lift your heart, and then as you exhale, prayer hands together at your third eye center. So thumbs to your third eye. Slow swan dive down. Focus on your intention as you dive. Thumbs at your third eye. With your inhale, halfway lift. So spine parallel to the ground. And exhale, fold. This time you're going to plant your hands and step your feet to the back of your yoga mat, plank position. Take just a moment here, finding your strength. So spread your fingers, push the ground away, strong arms, strong belly. If you want to lower to your knees, you're more than welcome to. Next time you inhale, take a little rock forward. So on your tippy toes, exhale, lower halfway. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward or your belly drop. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that one more time. Exhale, little rock, lower halfway, strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up. And then as slow as you can go, take it all the way down. Good, friends. As you breathe in, let's find just Spiderman Cobra, my favy. So hands out wide, lift your fingertips, elbows face the sky. Lift your chest up, breathe in. Exhale, twist to your right and dip your left shoulder down. Inhale through center. And exhale, other side, twist left, right shoulder dips. Inhale, back to center. One more time, each direction, moving at your own pace. Keep pressing through your pelvis. Keep a little tone in your belly as you lift your heart. That's to protect your low back. Eventually, an inhale will bring you back to center, so heart lifts, belly tones. And then however you want to get there, downward facing dog, just do it with awareness. Once you're back in your down dog, a few deep breaths. If you want to turn it into a turbo dog, you're more than welcome to. So if you look at me, this is turbo dog. The only thing that I'm changing is my arms. My elbows are bent and I'm squeezing them in towards each other. It's working a lot of my shoulder strength. So feel into that. Keep your neck relaxed, head heavy, and your butt lifting high, so that invisible rope, everybody feel it connecting to your belly button, pulling up, tugging back. Take one more great big huge inhalation, and then as you exhale, look forward, however you want to get there, top of your yoga mat, forward fold. Once you have arrived, spinal extension. Inhale. Exhale, bow, let it go. From the press of your feet, take it all the way up to the stand. Heart leads. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze up. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right, inhale, arms to the sky. Let's add a side body stretch this time. So I'm gonna grab my left wrist with my right hand. If there's another variation you wanna take, you're more than welcome to. So hips go left, upper body goes right. And you guys know it. So you're pulling on your left wrist, and then you're resisting with your left arm. Pull your left shoulder back and down into its socket. Breathe into your left waistline, your left rib cage. See if you can breathe even bigger. You're at home, so nobody can hear you. Make some noise with your breath, even if you feel weird. Take one more round. Inhale, back to center. Switch your grip. So grab hold of your right wrist, and then up and over to the left. Hips go to the right. So you're initiating the stretch from your lower body. More weight in your right foot. Hips are reaching towards the right as your upper body reaches to the left. Pull on your right wrist with your left hand, but resist with your right arm. Right shoulder stays plugged in. Can you breathe even bigger, even deeper? One last round. Inhale, come back up. And then as you exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So swing your arms back, keep your heart lifted. Option to float up to tiptoes. So heart is lifted, back muscles squeeze towards your spine. Belly is engaged, that's what keeps you from falling forward. If your heels are lifted, see if you can lift them even higher, and then bend your knees a tiny bit more. One more round. Inhale, set your heels down, everybody. Arcing Tadasana, so rise up, open up, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, prayer hands at your third eye center, slow dive. Follow your breath all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, take a vinyasa however you would like. So you can add your push-ups, you can skip it completely. Take it on your hands and knees. Nice work, friends, and we'll see you back in downward facing dog. Back in your down dog, can you feel your breath? Can you hear your breath as it flows through? With your next big inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So inner thighs face each other. Notice if when you lifted your right leg, your left hip kind of shot out to the left and got a little bit lazy. Keep hugging in with your left inner thigh, and then press up with your right foot. Just make your right leg straight and strong. I don't care how high it goes. Press down into your fingertips. Lift from your belly button. Take one last huge inhale here. As you exhale, right knee to your nose. So shoulders over wrist, curl in. Round your spine. You should be on your back. Tippy toes. Stay here as you breathe in. Push the ground away. And then exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge. Let's rise up to Crescent Lunge. Front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. Pull front hip back, back hip forward. So you want the femur bones to stay plugged into your hip sockets. Stability, strength through your legs. And then think of your upper body as your expression of the pose. So lift your heart, spread your fingers, maybe even a tiny little smile on your face. Feel your breath move and flow through you. If you're like me, I feel so weird when I smile in my yoga practice, but I think if I look so angry when I'm practicing yoga, I'm sure I look angry other parts of my life. So maybe just the slightest little smile, a little pleasant look on your face, like you're not being tortured. Take one more inhale, reach up, maybe gaze up. Good job, friends. As you exhale, let's twist it to the right. So left arm goes forward, right arm goes back, back knee bends. Turbo twist. What a lot of people like to do when they twist is reach forward and lean forward. So rather than leaning forward, do the opposite. Actually reach back with your right fingertips. That'll help you get your weight nice and centered. Broaden through your shoulders and feel this twist coming down from your belly. Squeeze your inner thighs. Maybe your back knee kisses the ground, or if you're modifying, you can set it down. Take one more great big breath. Spine long. Use your exhale to work your twist. As you inhale, we're going to open it up to warrior two. So right arm reaches forward, left arm goes back, back heel pivots down. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. If you need to adjust your stance at all, feel free. Right butt cheek wraps underneath. When you wrap your right butt cheek, make sure this left hip doesn't shoot forward. So keep your pelvis nice and neutral while just allowing your hips to open. Be here, breathe here. Root through your feet. Draw up through the crown of your head. Soften your shoulders. Keep your legs the same. And next time you inhale, reach forward. So reach, 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 reach as far as you can. Then tip it over. Right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. Your right elbow might also come to your right thigh for a little more support. Just make sure you don't have too much weight there. If you want, left arm goes forward. Lengthen your left side. Or maybe you're in a half bind or you go for the full bind. So it's completely up to you where you want to take this. You've got about 3 more breaths. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek. So you want your front knee to track towards your pinky toe rather than falling towards your big toe. Back leg strong, back foot rooted. Last round. Good job, friends. As you inhale, press into your feet. Rise up, warrior two. Reverse, so front palm rotates up. Reach up, lengthen, reach back. If you want to, you can grab your right wrist with your left hand. Just make sure those left side abdominals stay strong. Keep bending into your right knee. Keep a tone in your belly. This is a side body stretch, not a back bend. So your heart should be open to the left, not square towards the front. Take 2 more rounds, your fullest expression. Bend into your front knee, and imagine you're trying to pull your right ribs up away from your right hip. Good job, my friends. Next time you inhale, come back to warrior two. And as you exhale, just cartwheel your hands to the ground. Pivot to the ball of your back foot. Standing splits, left leg floats up. So just like a one-legged forward fold. Notice if your right hip shot out to the right. Hug in with your right inner thigh. And then left leg strong. I don't care how high it goes, but feel energy running all the way up into your left toes. Since you're at home, maybe you feel a little more comfortable playing with handstand hops. Or you could play with your balance, right arm behind right leg. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. If you're playing with your hops, gaze is slightly in front of your hands. Right leg is your springboard, left leg stays strong and powerful. One last inhale. Now listen, exhale, left knee to your nose, so scoop out your belly around your spine. Inhale, extend your left leg high again. So standing splits, and then just step your left foot all the way to the back of your mat, low lunge position. Now, from your low lunge, 3-legged down dog. Take your right leg all the way back and up. This time, open up your right hip. So bend your right knee. Squeeze your outer right butt cheek. You can absolutely stay here and hang out, or take one more inhale here. See if you can lift your knee higher. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get just as close as you can. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Stretch it out. You can scorpion your leg if you want. Exhale, right to right. So I'm going to aim for my armpit even. You can add a push-up if you want. Bend your elbows. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, 3-legged dog. This time, keep your hips square, and as you exhale, rock forward, 3-legged plank, or your variation, chaturanga. Lower down, heart lifts, breathe in. You can stay here an extra breath if it would feel good. And then everybody downward facing dog. Ujjayi, fire it up. Walk it out. Feel the difference between right leg and left leg. Really nice, you guys. From your down dog, next inhalation, take your left leg to the sky. All right, so when that left leg lifted, what happened to your right leg? Did your right hip shoot out to the right? Did your right leg get lazy? So keep your right leg strong and active. Hug in with your right inner thigh. And then left leg, I don't care how high it goes necessarily, but feel the strength and the power in it. So long, strong, powerful, active through your left foot. Press down into your fingertips. Lift from your belly button. See if you can lift your right sit bone a little bit higher. Take one more inhale. Exhale, knee to your nose. So left knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. High on your back, tippy toes. Push the ground away. Round your spine. Lift your waistline. And then exhale, step through, low lunge. Rise up when you're ready. Crescent lunge. So take a moment. Find your stability. Hips square. Back leg strong, powerful. Navel to spine connection. So each time you feel that, feel as if your spine actually grows a little bit longer. Lift through your heart, through your chest, maybe a little gaze up. And just feel your breath. As you feel your breath, notice your face. Do you look really angry? Maybe you can look just a little more pleasant. Take one more inhale. Exhale, turbo twist to the left. So right arm forward, left arm back, back knee bends to a hover. I'm imagining that I'm trying to pull my back thigh forward. So my inner thighs are still squeezing. If you want to modify back knee, you can always come down gently. If you want an extra challenge, your back knee is just kissing the ground. Broaden through your shoulders and maybe gaze back over your left fingertips. Keep breathing. Face soft. Take one more round. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to work your twist. Very end of your exhale, we're going into our warrior two. So left arm forward, right arm back, back heel pivots down. Take a moment, settle in. So left butt cheek wraps underneath, left knee tracks open towards your pinky toe. Shoulders stack over hips. Rooted through your feet, both inner and outer edges. Keep your legs the same. Next time you breathe in, reach, 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 reach forward, then tip it over. Left hand towards the ground, right towards the sky. Left elbow might come to your thigh. You can go for the half or the full bind if you want. Just make sure you keep your heart nice and open. Hips open. Left butt cheek wrapping underneath you. Left knee tracking towards your pinky toe. 2 more rounds. Big deep breaths. All right, from your side angle, press into your feet. Next inhale, back to warrior two. And then we'll reverse. So front palm rotates up. Reach up and then reach back. As you reach back, bend even more deeply into your front knee. Keep wrapping your left butt cheek. Keep tracking your left knee towards your pinky toe. And then lift your left ribs up away from your hip. Breathe into that space. 2 more. Be with the pose. Soften around it. Good job, friends. Next inhale, back to warrior two. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Low lunge. So pivot to the ball of your back foot for just a second. And then standing splits. So left foot roots. Right leg floats high. Don't sink into your left hip. So keep your left leg very strong and active. Left inner thigh hugs in. And then lift from your center. Feel that connection to your center. Stay where you're at, or if you want to, play with some handstand hops. Play with some balance. practice being a little more playful in your practice. It will come into your life, that playfulness. It's good for us not to be so serious all of the time, not to need to be perfect all of the time. Take one more inhale into your standing splits, maybe one last hop. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So both knees bend, curl in around your spine. Inhale, lengthen your right leg up again, so back to standing splits for just a second, and then as you exhale, step your right toes all the way back, low lunge. From your low lunge, three-legged down dog, left leg high, and then open your left hip, bend your knee. So stack left hip on top of right, active through your left foot. Great place to stay. Stay here and get this nice hip stretch if you want. Otherwise, one more inhale. See if you can lift your knee a little higher, press down through both hands. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, or as close as you can come. Inhale, three-legged dog, scorpion if you want. Exhale, left to left. Push up if you want. Don't let your butt drop. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, press back up. Three-legged. Hips square as you exhale, come forward to your variation of plank, chaturanga. Heart lifts with your inhale. You can stay a little longer if you want. Eventually, downward facing dog. Take it back. Find your breath. Slow, deep, spacious. All right, my friends. That is our flow for today. So we're going to move through it a couple more times. One breath, one movement. That doesn't mean we speed through it. It means we move slowly and intentionally. We hit every single pose before moving to the next. If you want to modify or move on your own at any time, totally fine with me. Take one more inhale into your down dog. And then if you're coming with me, exhale, gaze forward, step or float, forward fold. With your inhalation, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Root through your feet and take it all the way to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky. And hands to your heart, exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, reach up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Side body stretch to the right on your exhale. Send your hips to the left, empty all the way out. Inhale, come through center. Switch your grip. Other side, up and over. Exhale, all the way to empty. Inhale, back up. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. Bend your knees, swing your arms back, maybe float to your tiptoes. And with your inhalation, set your heels down, arcing Tadasana. So rise up, open up, cactus your arms, lift your heart. Exhale, prayer hands at your third eye center. Slow dive all the way down. Breathe in, find your halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Try to keep that exhale going, chaturanga, or you can always skip it. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, hips lift, down dog. Inhale, right leg high, hips stay square. Exhale, use your core strength, right foot steps forward softly. Rise up, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, turbo twist, left arm forward, right arm back, back knee bends. Inhale, warrior two, open up in the other direction. Exhale, side angle, so reach it all the way forward, then tip it over, empty out. Stay in your legs. Inhale, reverse warrior, rise up, reach back. Keep the bend in your front knee. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, pivot to the ball of your back foot. Inhale, standing splits, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to your nose, so both knees bend, get small. Inhale, back to standing splits. You can take a hop if you want. And exhale, low lunge, step back. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Open up your right hip. So bend your right knee. Stay here if you want, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Three-legged dog. You can open your hip if you'd like to. Exhale, right to right, as high as you can get on your arm. Add a push-up if you want it. Inhale, three-legged, hips square this time. Exhale, chaturanga, so rock it forward, lower down. Heart lifts, inhale. Feel your back bend, then exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Use your core strength, step your left foot forward. Root through your feet, inhale, crescent lunge, rise. Exhale, turbo twist to the left, right arm forward, left arm back, bend your back knee. Inhale, warrior two, opposite direction. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tip it over, empty out. Inhale, reverse, so rise up, reach back. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, right leg floats high, active through your right foot. Exhale, knee to nose, get small. Inhale, re-extend, take a hop if you want. Exhale, step back, low lunge. Into three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg high, open up your left hip. Stay and hold, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Open your hip if you'd like. Exhale, left to left, aim high. Inhale, three-legged, hips square. And then exhale, rock it forward, chaturanga dandasana. Peel your heart open, breathe in. Take your hips back, breathe out, down dog. One more time like that. Inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look to the top, step or hop, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. We're gonna go straight into our last round. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach up. Now listen, grab your left wrist with your right hand, side body stretch. Exhale, upper body to the right, hips to the left. Inhale through center. Switch your grip. Exhale, other side, up and then over. Inhale, back up. Chair plane or drinking bird, so exhale, swing your arms back, bend your knees, maybe lift to tiptoes. Heels on the ground, arcing Tadasana. Inhale, rise up, open up. Exhale, prayer hands at your third eye. Slow dive. All the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Heart lifts, inhale. Hips lift, exhale, stick with me. Inhale, right leg high. Use your breath to power you from the inside. Exhale, step forward, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Strong legs. Exhale, turbo twist to the right, back knee bends. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, warrior two, open it up. Exhale, reach forward, tip it over. Empty out first, then press into your feet. Inhale, reverse, rise up, reach back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, pivot to the ball of your back foot. Standing splits, left leg lifts. Inhale, forehead towards your shin. Exhale, knee to your nose, so left knee to your nose, curl in. Inhale, re-extend or hop if you want. Exhale, step back. Low lunge again. And then three-legged down dog, right leg back and up. Scorpion your right leg if you'd like. Stay here and wait, or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Right knee, right armpit, as high as you can get on your arm. Maybe add that push-up. Inhale, three-legged. Hips square as you come forward, chaturanga, exhale. Heart lifts. Inhale. Hips lift, exhale, last side. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Stick with me. Exhale, step forward. Strong legs, rise up. Inhale. As you exhale, turbo twist to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back, back knee bends. Inhale, warrior two. Open it up. Back heel pivots down. Exhale, side angle. Reach forward. Tip it over. Empty out. From the press of your feet, inhale, reverse. All the way up and back. Keep the bend in your front knee. Reach. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, right leg lifts. Nose towards your knee, forehead towards your shin. Exhale, right knee to your nose, round. Re-extend or hop, breathe in. Step back, exhale. All right, three-legged down dog, open up your left hip. Hang out here, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Last time, inhale, three-legged. Left to left, option for a push-up if you want it. Inhale, three-legged, square hips. Exhale, rock it forward, chaturanga. Heart lifts. And my friends, child's pose or hero's pose. So take a moment to rest. Whew, I need a moment. So give yourself this time to just notice, to feel the difference between everything right now, how your body feels right now, the energy inside of you, and how it felt at the very beginning of class. So now, is it easier to inhabit your body with your awareness, to feel what's going on inside? Do you have just a little bit more awareness now? Are you living in your body slightly more than when you woke up this morning, perhaps? Good job, my friends. Give yourself a couple more rounds, just slowing your breath down if it's sped up. Maybe an open mouth sigh sounds good. I think you can never take too many open mouth sighs. And then let's meet back in our downward facing dog, next breath or two. You guys are so good. Nice work. Once you're back in down dog, make sure your Ujjayi breath is still right there with you. So you've only got about 15 more minutes. Keep that breath moving and flowing. You can do it. All right. This is going to be different than what I usually teach, so listen. From your down dog, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And I want you to make sure your hips are square. So inner thighs face each other. Right leg strong and powerful. I don't care how high it goes. Now with your hips square, your inner thighs facing each other, you're going to start to walk your hands back about halfway back until you're in a warrior three. So maybe a little further than halfway, but all of the weight or most of the weight is going to come into your left foot. Your right leg's going to be extending back behind you. Hopefully you have space at your house. Hips are still square. All right, from here, we're moving into a revolved half moon. So right hand will stay on the ground, left hand to your left hip crease, and I like to bring my thumb right into the crease of my hip and literally push my left hip back. Squeeze your inner thighs and start to twist your upper body to the left. Eventually, your left arm reaches up, back leg stays strong, squeeze your inner thighs. Twist from your center, from your belly button. If you want to get crazy, see if you can gaze up at your left fingertips. Hips should be square, back leg strong and active. Take one more huge breath. You've got this. End of your exhale, unwind, forward fold at the back of your yoga mat. So set your right foot down. Feet about hips width distance apart. Inhale to a halfway lift. Now listen, bend your left knee a lot, left fingertips to the ground underneath your chest, right arm to the sky. So now we're twisting the other way. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot and pull your right hip back. Twist from your belly button. If you want, you can wrap your right arm behind you. Take 2 more rounds. Root through the inner edge of right foot. Pull your right hip back energetically. Exhale to work your twist. Last big breath. Good job. End of your exhale. Let it all go. Unwind. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Plant your hands and start to crawl them forward. Plank position. So plank pose into side plank. Right hand is your base. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. Left arm to the sky. If you want to modify, please feel free to bring your right knee down. No biggie. Lift your hips super high if your bottom knee is not on the ground. And then take your left arm forward. So everybody stretch through your left side. Maybe even float your left leg up. As you float your left leg, see if your hips can lift a little bit higher. Breathe. 2 more rounds. Fullest expression for you today. Good work. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top. And slowly lower down. Pause when you're on your belly. So rest on your belly. Turn your head to the left. Shoulder pigeon. Right arm reaches out to the right. So your right palm faces the ground. Roll up onto your right side. Make sure your right palm is coming straight out from your shoulder. And if you tend to hyperextend through your right elbow, if you can feel it happening, then bring your right arm into a slightly more goalpost or cactus position. So bend your elbow and right hand kind of up above your shoulder. Make sure you can rest your head down. So if you need to, at home, you can grab a pillow, put it underneath your head. If there's a variation you want to take, go for it. We've got about 3 to 5 more rounds. If you have pretty good mobility through your shoulders, be very careful with this. But your option, if you want to take it further, both feet on the ground like so, both knees bent, pointing towards the sky. Make sure if you go to this variation, you can breathe freely. Keep a little tone in your low belly if you're going into this variation. Last couple rounds, bigger, deeper breaths. Nice job, my friends. And then let's come back to our bellies slowly. Nice and easy. Turn your head to the other side for just a second. Bring your arms down by your sides, palms face up. And either just kind of move your hips side to side, shimmy them side to side, or it might feel good even to windshield wiper your shins a couple of times. And your next couple of breaths, downward facing dog. Ujjayi Breath. Keep it going. All right, from your down dog, left leg back and up. Hips stay square, inner thighs face each other. I really do not care at all how high your left leg goes. I just want it straight and strong. Now, we're going to move into our Warrior 3 variation first. So start to crawl your hands back until you feel all the weight come into your right foot. So at this point, your hands should just be there for a little help with balance. They're not holding you up at all. Spine parallel to the ground. Back leg parallel to the ground. Right hand to your right hip. Now, Make sure your hips are square. So as I brought my right hand to my right hip, I felt, oh, my left butt cheek is a lot higher than my right. So I did bring my hand to my butt first. So you can do that if you want. So make sure your hips are square. Press your right hip back. So get your fingers in that little crease and press your hip back. Automatically your upper body starts to twist to the right. And automatically you should feel your inner thighs squeeze. Continue to work that twist. Eventually right arm reaches up. Stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot and pull your right hip back. Twist from your belly button. Back leg strong, powerful. I don't care how high. Make sure you can breathe. Just 2 more. Maybe even gaze up at your right fingertips. Send your breath into your legs. Powerful, strong. Very end of your next exhale, forward fold. Woo, back of your mat. Feet hips width distance apart, halfway lift. And then bend your right knee a lot, right fingertips to the ground, left arm to the sky. Root down into the inner edge of left foot, pull your left hip back. Twist from your center. If you want, your left arm can wrap behind you. Take about 2 more deep breaths. You guys are awesome. End of your second exhalation. Just let it all go. Unwind. Halfway lift. One more time here. And then plant your hands. Start to crawl them forward. Coming into your plank. So shoulders over wrists. Shoulders over wrists. Hips level with shoulders, or modify if you want. And then side plank, left hand is your base. Roll into the baby toe edge of left foot. Right arm to the sky. Left knee can come down if you want. Otherwise, hips super high. Take your right arm forward when you're ready and lengthen your right side. Breathe into that length. Possibly float your right leg up and then lift your hips even higher. 2 more rounds. Fullest expression, give it everything you've got. And end of your next exhale, slow transition, plank or modify. Inhale at the top, push the ground away. Exhale, lower down. All the way to your belly, and then set up for your shoulder pigeon with your left arm. So left arm straight out to the left, and roll onto your left side. Make sure your head can rest down. Make sure you're not hyperextending through your left elbow. So if it's helpful, cactus your left arm, bend your elbow. Slow, deep breaths. Soften through your face. So see if you can notice, sometimes when I'm in a pose that I'm uncomfortable in, when I try to breathe, my breath kind of it shakes a little at the very, very top of my inhale. So play with that. If that happens to you, breathe into those spaces, those hard edges. See if you can smooth it out breath by breath. Take about 2 more, 2 or 3. Good, friends. And then let's come back to our bellies, nice and easy. Turn your head the opposite direction for just a moment. Arms by your sides, palms face up. Shimmy your hips for a bit, or windshield wiper shins. We're going to do 1 belly back bend. So, back to your belly. Well, you're already there probably. If you need to come back, come back. And then turn your forehead to the ground. Arms are by your sides. Exhale. As you inhale, lift everything up that you can. So lift upper body, lift lower body, lift arms, locust pose. Stay here or go wherever you want. You can interlace. You can take your full floor bow. So whatever feels like it will be most beneficial for you this morning. I'm going to stick with my fingers interlacing behind me. Hug in with your inner thighs. If it feels like your big toes point down and your pinky toes point up, see if you can rotate your inner thighs in and up towards the ceiling. Imagine you're holding a block in between your thighs. Take one last huge breath wherever you are at. End of your exhale, let it go. Give yourself 5 rounds of breath to meet back in down dog. So if you want to lay on your belly, windshield wiper, shimmy your hips. If you want to sit back into a child's pose, if you want to take some cat-cows, if you want to take a vinyasa. Lots of options. And downward facing dog. You guys have basically made it to the end of your practice, but keep your strong deep breath going just a little longer. From your down dog, inhale your right leg high, and then pigeon, right shin forward, set your body down. You guys are all good with your pigeons. You know how to set yourself up. If you know you would rather take it on your back or in a seat, please do. So right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. You're plugging the femur bones in. And then slowly bow. Send your big, spacious breaths all the way down to your hips. Soften with each exhale and see if you can stay present. So, especially at home, I know it's harder, especially when we're getting near the end of class, I know it's harder. See if you can stay here. So right here, right now, in this moment, what are you experiencing? Even if it's your thoughts coming and going, that's okay. Just be with yourself as you are in this moment. Take about 4 or 5 more breaths. Exhale out your mouth anytime you would like. Nice job. Give yourself one last breath. Make this the biggest breath you've taken all class long. And then we'll slowly transition back to down dog. If you want to transition somewhere else, or if you're on your back or in a seat, you want to take your own intuitive movement exploration, that's fine. If you're coming with me, I'm taking it back to a 3-legged dog, giving my right leg a little shake out. If you feel like flipping your dog as a counter pose, go for it. Eventually, regular down dog, and just walk it out. Vinyasa, if you feel like it. Just take a moment to reset. Feel right side versus left side. Feel all of that length and that space we've created. Next, inhale, left leg high. And pigeon pose, left shin forward. Set your body down. Left hip pulls back, so plug the femur bone in, especially if you have naturally open hips. You don't want to just plop into this and sit on your hip. So I can sit so my butt is just resting on the ground. I do not want to do that. I want my butt a little bit hovering, so my left hip is pulling back and slightly up. There's muscle energy there. And then I'm bowing forward as I keep pulling my left hip back. Activate your front toes in some way. And then take your big deep breaths. I think pigeon pose is one of those super interesting poses. Somebody could be there for an hour with no problem, just kind of mindlessly plopped into it. Nothing would really be stretching, no good would really be coming out of it. Or you can get into your pigeon pose and really find your alignment. Plug in your femur bones. Keep the joints really strong, structure really strong, the integrity of the pose is there, and then soften around it and hold that for about 10 breaths and you'll feel it. So that's this practice. You can go through the motions or you can really apply yourself, be present. More and more, just discover what's going on inside. How can you adjust to be more skillful in your own body, to make your own practice more sustainable, to get more out of it every single time you step onto your mat? So stay curious. It's all just about awareness. Last 3 rounds or so. Exhale out your mouth if you'd like. I love watching students come to my class who have just taken, I don't want to say bad things about core power, but I feel like their alignment isn't quite, they don't teach alignment quite as much. So people who come to my class who have been doing yoga for 10 years and they have very little awareness of their alignment, and then I watch it change. I watch their body and their practice transform. That's how I feel about all of you guys, all my students. I'm so proud to watch you guys practice because of your awareness. To me, that's what it's all about. Take one last breath. Huge exhale, and then we'll meet back in one final down dog. If you'd rather move in a different way, you can. Otherwise, 3-legged dog, maybe a wild thing, maybe a vinyasa. Walk it out. And after a couple breaths or so, just walking it out, make sure you've stretched your legs adequately, and then go ahead and just lower yourself down. So all the way to your back. Come on down. And once you're on your back, hug your knees in gently and take a gentle rock from side to side. Set your feet on the ground with your knees bent. Feet mat width distance apart. Tee out your arms. Let your knees fall to the right side. Stay here or outer edge of right foot to the outside of your left knee. And encourage your left knee forward and down. What happens when your left knee goes forward and down is usually your left rib cage lifts up. So press down with the back of your left rib cage. Even if it's not touching the ground, that's your intention. Breathe. Now you can start to give your weight to the earth. So any energy you were using to hold yourself, now you can let that go, let the ground hold you. And switch to the other side in your next breath or two. So knees go left, outer edge of left foot, outside of right knee. And this side feels way different than me, so you might have something similar. This side might feel really different, or it might feel exactly the same to you. Breathe. And it has been an hour of our practice. So after you've taken your twist on both sides, come back to center. Give yourself a happy baby. And after a few rounds in happy baby, if there's absolutely anywhere else you want to go, please feel free to go there. So maybe one last inversion, one last hip opener, heart opener. if there's anything you like to do to set yourself up for your Shavasana, I'm going to stay with you guys for Shavasana today. So if you want to take Shavasana with me, you're welcome to get something to cover your eyes. You're welcome to get more clothes on. You're welcome to grab a blanket. And as you settle in, I'm going to read to you. And this, I don't read this one very often because I don't like to offend people who are religious or who believe in a religion, basically. So if you believe in a religion, awesome. I personally, why I love yoga is because it gives us the freedom to not have any rules, not have anything we have to do or need to do, but we get to make every decision from within. So what feels good to us, what feels good in this moment. So this is called, but I fully support you in whatever works for you. So this is called A Celebration of Weird. It's by Jeff Foster. Do not become a spiritual zombie, devoid of passion or human feeling. Let spirituality become a celebration of your uniqueness rather than a repression of it. Never lose your quirkiness, your strangeness, your weirdness, your unique and irreplaceable flavor. Do not try to pretend to be no one or nothing or some transcendent and impersonal non-entity with no self or no ego beyond the human. That's just another conceptual fixation and nobody's buying it anymore. Be a celebration of what your unique expression is and stop apologizing. Fall in love with this perfectly divine, very human mess that you are. There is no authority here, no right or wrong, which means there is no way to get life wrong. So get it all wrong. Fail gloriously. So can you let go of being any sort of image of perfection? Can you let go of trying to check all the boxes and just feel into the mess of yourself, this human mess that you are, this beautiful mess that you are, your life and everything that encompasses it, even your own story, where you came from, where you're going, where you are right now. Let it all have space inside of you. So I will bring you out of Shavasana. If you don't want to stay for Shavasana or if you don't have time, that's fine. You can turn me off. Otherwise, I'll bring you out in just a few minutes. So rest here, relax, take it in. Take a deep breath in. And release, let it go. Just take your time transitioning back into this world, into your life, into your home. So bring little wiggles into your body. Maybe open your eyes. See the space that you are in. When you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. So just curling into yourself. One last moment, this nurturing pose. And then as you curl into yourself, just lying on your side body, allow your practice to just, in some way, shape, or form, visualize this in your mind. Just allow your practice to absorb into you, to seep in, to sink in. So I like to imagine stardust just kind of trickling into all the little spaces and becoming a part of me. And then use the strength in your arms to guide yourself up into a seat. So right back where we began in our seated meditation. Close your eyes, gather your hands to your heart, and just bow your head to your own heart and acknowledge yourself for taking time out of your morning to turn on your computer, to roll out your yoga mat, to do your own practice for you. So I really admire all of you for showing up this morning. I know it's not always easy, especially when there's nobody there watching you. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me guide you. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thanks, friends. I love you. You guys are the best. And I'll be back in the studio tomorrow, 5 p.m. I'm teaching Core Restore. Kim is not teaching. She has COVID. Not really funny, but she has COVID, so it's just me. And then I'll be there on Thursday morning as well, and Thursday night as well. So come see me soon. Love you guys, and if I don't see you, Happy New Year. And Pam and Marriott and Gina and Mikkel and all you awesome people watching on Facebook, I love you. And I hope to see you in person soon. And Pam, I hope your back's doing okay.